Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you might be joining from. I am HR Funk, and this is my firing line. This is normally the online show that is completely driven by you, your questions, and your comments. But unfortunately, today is Monday, November the 24th of 2025. This is going to be a pre recorded version of the firing line, and I don't like doing things this way. I like having all of you here to be able to participate, and I can respond to your questions and actually interact with all of you. But unfortunately, today, for a number of reasons, mostly having to do with scheduling difficulties and one thing and another, I am pre-recording this version of the firing line because I have some information I want to get out to all of you, and I just don't want to wait. We are only a couple of days away from Thanksgiving, and we're going to be rolling into the Thanksgiving weekend. And I know everybody is going to be busy. You're all going to have things going on. And I just thought this would be the easiest way to try to get this information out. Let me start by saying an early happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving day, Thanksgiving weekend. Any plans that you have with friends and family and all that, have a great, great time and have a very safe Thanksgiving weekend. The one thing I wanted to get out, I put something up about this on my website, and I tried to get this out a little bit in some of the live chats going along with the video premieres recently. And that is that I have once again been nominated for a Gundy Award. How about that? And by the way, to whoever, if you see this, whoever nominated me, or maybe it was more than one person, maybe there was more than one nomination, I don't know. But thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I was nominated in the category of Best Firearm Reviewer, which is just all I can say is thank you for anyone to look at my work that I've done in the videos and think that I belong in that category for a Gundy Award. That is just it humbles me. It boggles my mind. So I want to say thank you to anyone who's not familiar with the Gundys. This is an award ceremony that came about a few years ago for people in the firearms media, and there are a bunch of different categories. Last year, I was nominated in a category that was for the person most likely to survive the apocalypse. So that was my last year's nomination. This year's, though, in Best Firearms Reviewer, this is sort of like the firearms content creator equivalent to the Best Actor award that is presented to the Best Actor by the Academy Award, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences at the Oscars every year. So again, for me to be even mentioned in the same breath as that type of an award, I am just amazed. This is decided by a popular vote. And the way this works is anyone who wants to vote for someone to receive a Gundy Award can go to, and you can see this scrolling across the screen down here, thegundys.com, www.thegundys.com. And once you get there, there's a sign-in process, and then you can vote for your favorite content creator. And you can vote once per day, so you don't have to vote just once and then never again. So you can actually literally go on once every day if you want to and cast an additional vote. And then whoever receives the most votes is the one who is the recipient of this year's Gundy Award in that category. And you can, of course, vote for other people that are in other categories. The voting begins on December 1st of this year and goes through December 15th. After that, the voting is stopped, the votes are tabulated, and then the award is presented on January the 19th of 2026. The award is presented out in Las Vegas. This is the beginning of SHOT Show Week in Las Vegas. So again, anyone that receives their Gundy Award receives it at that ceremony. And if anyone wants to vote for me, then the way to do it is the way I just explained. Just go to thegundys.com and you can vote there every day if you wish, starting December 1st and going through the 15th. Again, thank you very much to whoever nominated me in that category. And I'll try to mention that again before I end the show. Also, moving forward into December, and this happens every year, so this is probably not going to come as a shock to you if you've been a viewer for a while. The production schedule is going to be kind of sporadic with everything that I'll have going on into December, and we're going to be doing some traveling and some other things. So there might be instances where there's not going to be a video on a normal Wednesday or Saturday morning, or you might see some videos that are coming up outside the normal production schedule. You might see it like this. This is going to be a Monday evening video. There is going to be a video this coming Wednesday, so that one will be up as normal at 8 o'clock in the morning, but there's not going to be a video the following Saturday morning, which is going to be, what is that, the 29th, I think. So, and reason being, that's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. People are going to be traveling, going to be doing other things. You all have much better things to be doing on that holiday weekend than listening to me present a video. So, again, there's just not going to be a video on that Saturday. This is one of the few times during the year that there's not a video on a Saturday or a Wednesday. Probably throughout all of 2025, there might be, I don't know, just a handful of days where there is not a video from me on a Wednesday or a Saturday. But if you haven't seen them, if you've gone through a lot of Wednesdays and Saturdays and not seen one of my videos, go back to my channel page, because you will find all the videos listed on there, unless YouTube has deleted them, which is something else I'm going to get into here in a little bit. But by all means, if you haven't been seeing those routine videos from me almost every Wednesday and almost every Saturday, then those are all going to be listed on my channel page. All you have to do is go to HR Funk in the YouTube search window. When the channel comes up, click on that icon. It'll take you to the channel page, and all the videos will be listed there in chronological order that they were released, starting with the newest and then going back farther and farther into the history on the channel. This brings me around to a topic that I also wanted to mention today. I posted a video last week, and I talked about in that video that YouTube... I've been having some difficulties with YouTube lately, and it is entirely possible. I would not say it's probable, but it is possible that all of a sudden one day my channel could just be gone. This has happened to several firearms-related YouTube channels out there. My friend Jamil Swed, his channel Gunstock Reviews was just deleted one day. I found out recently that Beyond Seclusion, which was a channel that's been up for quite a while, has a lot of videos. His channel was deleted. There have been others. Famously, years ago, Hickok 45's channel was deleted, and somehow it got undeleted, which is good for him. I certainly don't have the clout that Hickok 45 does, and if my channel ever is just deleted one day, it will probably be deleted for good. And I was watching something the other day that caught my attention because it's something I've been wondering about for a while. And let me update you. Not long after I produced that video, which, let's see, this is Monday, and I think that video went live maybe last Thursday. Since the time that video posted where I was talking about this situation and today, I got another warning from YouTube, and they deleted another video. And this time around, since it was a warning, it stays on the channel for, I think, 90 days. It stays on there until February 17th or something like that. And if I get another violation in that time, then it becomes a strike. And if you get 3 strikes within 90 days, then that's when the channel gets deleted. And literally, this can happen very, very quickly. I have heard the stories of people who went to sleep one night and their channel was up and running fine, and during the course of the night, they got 3 strikes that they didn't even know about, woke up the next day, and their channel was gone, which is what I worry about. And I don't worry about it so much because my channel would be gone and I just wouldn't have it anymore. What I worry about is all of you waking up one day or signing on to YouTube one day and my channel just being gone and you not knowing what happened to me and thinking that maybe I, whatever, called it quits, threw in the towel, deleted the channel, got angry, whatever. And that's why I always try to get out in front of these things and let you all know what is going on, because I don't want you to think that happened. If my channel is ever just gone and you wonder what happened to me, the first stop should be my website. My website has the news and information page. If that ever happens, the top of my news and information page is going to be something that says, here's what happened, here's what's going on, here's what I'm doing, and that will direct you to Rumble or wherever I happen to land at that particular time, assuming that I don't just think that's that. And I started to allude to this a moment ago. I watched a video a few days ago that was posted by, I don't remember the exact name of the organization. It was something like Guns Magazine or Firearms Media or something. And I'm not trying to diminish them or their channel because I don't remember their name, but I don't think I've seen a video from them before, and it just doesn't stick with me. Anyway, the individual who was presenting the information in this video, and it was a podcast, kind of like I'm doing right here, mentioned that there didn't seem to be a problem until they went over 100,000 subscribers, and then all of a sudden it seemed like they were under more scrutiny than they had been prior to that. As I sit here today, my channel just rolled over, maybe I should say our channel because you're all in this with me, just rolled over 87,000 subscribers. And as always, thank you to everyone who has taken time to subscribe to the channel. I could not be more proud of the community that has grown around this YouTube channel. But I've wondered about that because it seemed like a few years ago, and I think it very much is tied to the size of the channel and the number of subscribers. It just seemed like there wasn't quite as much of an issue. I would have videos that were demonetized. That has happened pretty much since they changed their user-friendly guidelines and ad guidelines and all of that circa 2017 or 2018. And prior to that, back in the old days on YouTube, it was kind of like the Wild Wild West. Anything goes, and people could post whatever they wanted to, and that was fine. And there very much seems to be a direction to all of this where it is not, I don't think the random cooking channels or auto repair channels or video game channels or whatever are subject to the kind of scrutiny that some, and I'm not saying that firearm content creators are the only ones under this type of scrutiny, but I think there are others that include firearms content creators. And something that was mentioned in that podcast I talked about a moment ago that I also think is true is this isn't really directed at firearms content creators. We're sort of a mechanism, but it's directed at all of you. This is an attack on you. And to the degree that firearms content creators post videos and other types of content that is appealing to all of you, the opinion of the people who make decisions at the top of organizations like YouTube, like Google, like whatever, is that if you are a firearms enthusiast, if you are someone who owns firearms, enjoys using firearms, enjoys hunting, whatever, that you are some sort of almost a subspecies. You are someone who is so far down on the intelligence level or the sophistication level or whatever that you can safely be ignored. And probably you should be ignored because you present a danger. And the danger is you might be responsible for electing politicians or keeping other politicians from being elected or whatever that are favored by the powers that be in these very large organizations, whether they be tech organizations, media organizations, or whatever. So the firearms content creators, I guess, are considered the rabble rousers who help to keep all of you motivated to take the political actions that you take. And if we can be done away with, if we can be silenced, if whatever we present is no longer there, then hopefully all of you will just dry up and go away, and the political process will no longer be tainted by any involvement from those of you who, I guess, in the opinion of these people, should not be voting or having a say in the political process in the first place. I really tend to think that's what's going on. And I don't go into a lot of politics in my videos, or really even not a lot in the live streams. But this is a situation where I think being forewarned is forearmed. And it seems to me that there are maybe a small group of firearms content creators that YouTube might like to keep around. I don't know why. So they can show that they are all-encompassing or what have you. But those content creators are going to be very, very closely monitored, and they had better toe the line, or their content also will no longer be available on YouTube. And I know everybody in a very positive and good-natured way will make comments when this topic comes up about going to another platform, going to Rumble, going to whatever else is out there. And I know that those comments are made with the absolute best of intentions. But when it comes to posting content, because of the size of the audience on YouTube and the potential for the number of viewers who can see that content on YouTube, and the lack of those viewers on other platforms, well, let me put it this way. If you have seen any of those videos that or any of those creators that I just mentioned a moment ago, and you saw the type of views that they used to receive on YouTube, go now to Rumble or wherever else they might be and look for the content they posted and see what kind of view numbers they are getting currently with their new uploads on these other platforms. And what you'll see is there is a very, very reduced number of views. And for myself particularly, now there are some creators out there who have crowdfunding sources, whether it's Patreon or what have you, that very much keep their channels going through contributions made by their viewers. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I started my channel memberships on YouTube, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years ago, I'm not sure. And I've never done a lot to publicize them. I will mention them once in a while, but I always felt like I never want to ask for a handout. And I remember talking about this several years ago when I first started the memberships. It seems like there are so many people standing around with their handout wanting some of your hard-earned money. I don't want to be one of those people standing in line. It's a point of pride for me, I'm sure, for one thing. And I never want to be that person. So the memberships have been there. If somebody wants to join, they have that ability. To those of you who have joined and you make a monthly contribution to the channel, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I probably need to take the time to look again at Patreon or some of the other crowdfunding sources out there to try to set that up as a means for anyone who might want to contribute to my video production efforts to be able to do so through means outside of YouTube. But here again, and as much as I appreciate those members and those contributions, the vast amount of my revenue coming into the channel comes through ad revenue. If you don't know how this works, I will try to explain it briefly. Whenever you see ads appear on videos on YouTube, the companies who pay to place those ads, whatever the ad might be for Ford trucks, might be for whatever the product is, the companies who place those ads on YouTube pay a certain amount to YouTube to post those ads. When YouTube places ads ads on someone's video, if that ad is monetized, then the creator who put together the video that the ad is placed on gets a small amount of that ad revenue. For me, on average, if I have a video that's monetized that gets 1,000 views, I earn about $5 for every 1,000 views. So if the video gets 10,000 views, on average, I get about $50. Proportionally greater or less, you can do the math on that and see about what it would work out to. If a video is demonetized, meaning they've decided that it doesn't meet the ad-friendly guidelines and all that, then the only revenue that comes into that video is through any of you who have the subscription to YouTube, or you're paying an amount directly to YouTube and you don't see any ads. I can't think of the name of it right now. YouTube Gold or something like that. Anyway, if anyone who's paying that amount to YouTube so they don't see the ads on the videos, then I get a teeny tiny amount of whatever that subscription fee is. And literally, if I have a video that's demonetized and it gets 1,000 views, that video will earn maybe $1, maybe less, maybe more, just depending on how many people that have that paid subscription to YouTube watch that video. But it is a teeny tiny amount. Now this is cumulative, so every 28 days, anybody who watches any of my monetized videos that I put on ever since the channel started, if you see an ad on my video, then I'm getting a little bit of that. So it's cumulative for all the videos that I produced, and every 28 days, then I receive my ad revenue, which is direct deposited into a bank account, and that's how I fund my channel. If I go to another platform and all of a sudden now my videos that used to get, and I'm just throwing this out for a number, that used to get 5,000 views are getting 100 views or 150 views or whatever. The ad revenue that I make, and that this is assuming that those other platforms are paying the same amount of ad revenue that YouTube does, then all of a sudden I'm getting ad revenue for 100 views rather than, say, 5,000 or whatever. And the ability for me to produce videos, as I have, is diminished proportionally when I'm making so much less. And I know there are people that periodically will make comments about, well, you should be doing this for your love of the Second Amendment and your enthusiasm in firearms and all that kind of thing, which I do. I mean, if it weren't for that, I wouldn't be doing this at all. I am not getting rich on YouTube, believe me. Now, there are people that make a pretty good living on YouTube. I'm not one of them. If I figured in my time that I spend producing videos, I would lose money on every single video if I figured in any kind of reasonable amount for my time, any kind of hourly rate or what have you. since I'm retired and I don't have to count on YouTube for my house payment or put food on the table or whatever, I'm able to take that ad revenue and turn it right back around into the channel, and I can use it for purchasing ammunition or the occasional firearm or equipment, whether it's cameras or microphones or whatever that I'm using on the channel. But again, it is not a tremendous amount, and if I am on another platform, it let me put it in these terms. If my channel ever disappears from YouTube, the chances of being able to recreate similar videos with similar production quality at the same frequency as I do on YouTube is probably going to be nil. I don't think it would be possible. Which is not to say that I wouldn't still produce the occasional video and put it up on Rumble or whatever, but it's not going to be what I've been able to do here. So all that, again, as an explanation of what's been going on, where I am, where the YouTube thing is. I've got the warning floating around out there right now. And what is happening, and I think this has been a recent thing with YouTube using AI and going back through the videos, not just for my channel, but probably their entire system. And the AI program is looking for violations of their rules, which may or may not have even been violations at the time that video was uploaded, because their rules have changed. But it could be a situation where it goes back and it finds violations from something 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or whatever, and all of a sudden I'm getting strikes for that now. And if that would happen 3 times within the next 90 days, then again, the channel could potentially be deleted. So again, just bringing you all up to date with where it is, what's going on, and if all of a sudden I'm gone, please go to my website for information on what happened and what I'm doing from that point moving forward. Moving into December, I've got a couple of videos coming up, hopefully, that are perennial favorites. Probably the main one will come out the last week of December, and that would be my favorite new firearm of 2025. That's one I've not started to produce it yet. I probably won't start to do that for another couple of weeks, but it will go live on YouTube, hopefully, during the last week of 2025, and then that will be my final video for 2025. I've got several others that are in the works. I've been waiting forever for certain items that are supposed to be coming in for review and for videos, and I don't know. I don't know if there's just been a holdup in the shipping of these things, or if there's a backlog somewhere else, but I've not had some things that I was hoping to have, and some things have showed up late. This past weekend, I posted the video with the Optics Planet Black Friday deals. And by the way, if you didn't see that video, Optics Planet has been one of my sponsors for a long, long time. I've got all the information pertaining to their Black Friday sale on my website. So if you go there under the products page, scroll down till you see the Optics Planet banner, and underneath there is everything. And if you are planning on purchasing things for Optics Planet, they've got some pretty good discounts. I've got the codes up there. I've got some of the items that were in the video from this past weekend that I produced. Those have special discount codes that if you are interested in either one of those items, the discounts are pretty significant. So again, you can go to my website. You can see all the information that I have posted there, and all the discount information from Optics Planet, and that's going to save you a good bit. I've got other discount codes from other manufacturers that are posted on there. I know Discovery Opt has a new one on there. CV Life has 1 or 2 new ones on there. I've got some of the other ones that have been up for a long, long time. So just take a look down through there. If there's anything you're interested in, if you need more information on some of the products, everything that's on there should have a review video channel. So you can go back to the channel. You can do a search, HR Funk, whatever the item might be, Discovery Opt or something like that. And you should be able to see all the videos that I have for that item. Hopefully they'll come up in a search. Looking to see if I have anything else on my list, and I don't think I do. Again, if you missed the very beginning of the show, and since this is going to be pre-recorded, again, I apologize for the pre-recorded nature of this video. I much prefer to do this when I have the interaction with all of you and I can answer your questions or respond to your comments and all that kind of thing. But again, because of time constraints and one thing and another, I decided to do this as a pre-recorded video today. I'm going to have it posted later tonight as I'm recording to this. It's early afternoon, and I know a lot of you are at work or otherwise unavailable. I'm not going to be available later this evening, which is why I'm not doing the live stream, but rather posting this later on. But this will be posting, as I said, later on this evening. Video on Wednesday morning as normal. So that's going to be at 8 o'clock Wednesday morning Eastern Standard Time. That'll be up just for your viewing pleasure. No video coming up on Saturday with the holiday weekend. And we'll pick things up again next week moving into December. Between now and then, if you have any questions, comments, anything that you want to post to this video, by all means do so. Since I don't have you here to be able to respond to questions and comments live, I'll try to do my best to respond to them if you post them to this video. I have no idea how many announcements are going to go out to all of you notifying you that this video is here. If you're someone who's a regular viewer and you happen to be conversing with someone else who's a regular viewer and they didn't see this, please send it to them because they might be interested in it as well. And until next time, everyone, have a great Thanksgiving. Oh, and one more time on the Gundies. I was nominated for Best Firearms Reviewer in the 2025 Gundies. You can go to thegundies.com and you can vote for me beginning December 1st. You can vote all the way through December 15th. You can vote once per 24-hour period. All that's explained when you go to thegundies.com. So if you wish to vote for me, again, thank you. Thanks again to anyone, any of you who nominated me. It's a tremendous honor. To all of you for all of your support for now. Wow. December 7th will make it 13 years that I have been producing content on YouTube. Thank you for 13 years worth of support. Again, have a happy Thanksgiving. See you next time. And until then, good shooting, everyone. Bye-bye.